All right, so we're going to learn how to import rosters from Google Classroom into Classkick. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to make sure to sign in with Google with the account that you use for your school. Once you have done that, you can go ahead and navigate over to rosters. And then up in the right-hand corner, you can click that plus button and you can press import from Google. Now, I only have one pretend roster here, but if you had more than one, you could import all, or you can select whichever one that you want. And so then you're just going to press import. So now it's important to know that your roster is going to be named the same thing it's named in Google Classroom. So if you did want to change it, you can actually just select in on it and you could change it up here. That will not affect anything as far as it being able to re-import later. So now, um, once you have that done, you can also refresh here if you want to make sure that all of your students are in. So for example, if this student right here were to get deleted, so right now my roster only has one student in it. If I were to go back here and press this little button here, it would re-import my student list, and so then Elijah would appear back again. It is still important, even if you're using Google Classroom, anytime you give kids links that have class codes in them, you want to make sure that you lock your roster. So up here in the right-hand corner, you would need to go to lock options, and you want to make sure that the roster is locked. The only reason for this is so that kids don't accidentally create basic accounts, especially if you're giving them links to assignments within Google Classroom. Now, it is important that you know that if you try to refresh here when your roster is locked, it may prompt you at times to go back and unlock your roster. It didn't do it that time, but occasionally it will. All right, well, hopefully that's helpful.